Hello and welcome to our first commentary spell of the afternoon here from Prior's Flat on Spreaker Internet Radio. Matthew Erskine talking to you here. Newcastle City won the toss and chose to bat first, and after 17 overs, 59 for one wicket they are. 59 for one. Khan is there, 17 not out, Shahid Khan, and Mukhtar, the new batsman, just came in a moment ago, about 5 or 6 minutes ago. He's 1 not out. Kumar and Shahid Khan put on 58 for the first wicket, and there was only one real big appeal, and that was in the 14th over when Kumar put up a possible catch to Paul Newton in the gully, but from the bowling of McCabe, but it was turned down by the umpire Stoneman at our end this afternoon, and that was the one big shout of the first 17 overs. And then the wicket after that, it was Kumar who played over Callum McCabe bowling, played a shot over the covers, caught down on the boundary by Rainford, and that was when the score was at 58. So these two have added one, and it's going to be Khan on strike for the 18th. It's going to be Callum McCabe to bowl again for Tynedale. He's going to bowl to Khan, the left-hander. You'll remember Khan's a left-hander. There's one slip and a gully, and here he goes over the wicket now, bowling to Khan. Khan's forward and drives, but he just doesn't get much traction on that one, and it just rolls out towards us here, and it's picked up by William Dagg at mid-off, and no run, and Dagg just pops a little catch up to McCabe as he walks back to his mark to our left here. So we're not in the clubhouse this afternoon here broadcasting, but we're down out in the sun. Another sunny day for this cricket season, as McCabe's in again now. Up he goes and bowls, and Khan again drives this one, and this time it's out to the leg side, and it's McCabe who just picks the ball up there. No run. He throws the ball to Dagg, who gives the ball a little polish with his hand in his pocket. He's just pushing his trousers up there, and now the ball's back with McCabe across to our left. He'll run in again now to Khan, and we've just finished the drinks break. McCabe in he goes now and bowls, and that's a fuller ball, and Khan tries to cut but smacks it right down into the ground with an angled bat there, and the ball bounces once, and it's picked up by Callum McCabe, the bowler. New signing for Tynedale, his first home game today for Tynedale. Played at the Shotley Bridge last week, and the right arm, medium fast, tall, lithe figure, dark hair, and he goes past umpire Stoneman now. He's up there and bowls, and that's cut away, and that's good fielding. Good dive and stop by Sam Peter there in the point, just beyond umpire Davidson, who's our other umpire today. He isn't wearing a cap or a hat. Umpire Stoneman at our end here, he's wearing his sun hat, and so we're casting down behind the long off boundary in front of the clubhouse in the outdoors today, so let's hope there's no sign of any rain about. There's a little bit of a chance later, but here's McCabe now. Up he goes and bowls to Khan, and Khan plays a full one to Mannion there at mid-on, who takes a little tumble, but he stops the ball nonetheless, and no run there to Newcastle City. Still 59 for one in the 18th. Khan on strike, 17. Mukhtar, the new batsman, 1 not out. Soyub Khan to come in next. Still one slip in the gully, a third man, a point, a cover, a mid-off, a wide mid-on, a wide mid-off, and a square leg. Khan takes a swing at that one outside the off stump, and he plays and misses. It goes through to Crichton. That's the end of the 18th over. It's 59 for one. Maiden over there from McCabe. He has taken the wicket this afternoon, the only one so far. Khan 17, Mukhtar 1, and it's all changed round in the field for Tynedale. So here we go. We've got Mukhtar on strike, the right-hander this time. Right-handed bat. And we've got Tom Cant, the captain of Tynedale, bowling from that top end, from the gasworks end. He's running away from Corbridge, if you're wondering which direction. Coming towards us here, bowling to Mukhtar. Mukhtar's forward, but lets this one outside the off stump, and Crichton takes it cleanly, standing up to the stumps. So the field for this one, we've got one slip, we've got a short third man, we've got a backward point, a deep cover, an extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, and a mid-wicket, and a deep square. Canting again now on balls, full edge, he's gone, yes, caught it slip, and it's Paul Newton doing the fielding there. Quite high up he was when he caught that, just to the right of his face, and it was a big swing there from Mukhtar, the right-hander. So 2 wickets in quick succession here for Tynedale, and they will be pleased. It's 59 for 2, Newcastle City in the 19th, and Mukhtar goes for 1. As the Tynedale players all gather out there, so from an eager start for the visitors today, they've lost 2 quick wickets, one in the 16th over and now one in the 19th. So Mukhtar out for 1, caught Paul Newton bowled Kant's first wicket of the afternoon, and it's evened this match up just a little bit after that 58 runs first wicket partnership. So here we are now, new batsman going in, Zoyab Khan, 182 last week and 4 wickets in Newcastle City's match against Stocksfield. So it's going to be Kant bowled again from the top end, right arm, medium pace. He can slow it down as well. So Khan, the other Khan goes in, right-handed batsman, got a yellow grip on his bat, just taking his guard now, asking for 2 out there, and he gets it. So there's still going to be a slip, a short third man, and a point, a deep cover, an extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a deep square leg. So it's 59 for 2. So here's Kant bowling his first ball to come, Zoyab Khan, who cuts this one, and the ball bounces out there to Peter at backward point, and there's no run. Still 59 for 2, 19th over. And here's Kant again now. Up he comes to bowl to Khan again. He's there and bowls outside the off stump this time, and that one's left alone. No run there to Newcastle City, and no change in the field. Sparse crowd this afternoon here at Priors Flat. Just 1 or 2 people on the seats across to the Kingsgate Terrace side of the ground on our right, and down by the scoreboard as well. That's the sunniest spot out here. It's Kant bowls again, and again Khan's forward there and lets this one through to Crichton, who takes it cleanly and thump into his gloves there with his short sleeves on, bending over, leaning on his knees at the minute. As to his Paul Newton first slip. Let's see if he can get another catch here. Here's Kant, and he comes again now and bowls. There's Khan, and plays and misses this time, and oohs and ahs out there because he knew how close that one was. The end of the over, 59 for 2. Shahid Khan 17, Zoyab Khan yet to score. The 2 men out were Mukhtar and Kumar, and the wickets so far have gone to McCabe and Kant. And welcome if you've joined us on our first commentary spell this afternoon. The experts in business and the Royal Oak Hotel Cornsey Colliery broadcasts of the cricket here on Spreaker Internet Radio, the Cricket West Time programme. But McCabe to Khan now, who drives this one out to Dag at mid-off, and there's no run. Umpire Stoneman out there just taking the weight on his left leg for the moment, and it's Callan McCabe who gets the ball back from William Dag. Now here he goes again, he's about to bowl. Up he goes, bowls, and there's a one on the leg stump, quite short. It got up a bit and it's turned to square leg out towards the tennis court side, where Rainford picks it up across to the left there, and he picks the ball up and then leans over and gives the ball a good polish on his right thigh. Laura, his girlfriend, just watching across from the seats on the right hand side there. She's holding baby Kant at the moment. Just watched her dad bowl. As McCabe's in again, and there's a nice good looking shot from the crease. A square drive that time, well balanced, but the ball went straight to Sam Peter there at point, just behind square on the offside, just beside the umpire there. The far side of the umpires, we look at him up there, and it's still 59 for 2. And here's McCabe again. 2 left-handers at the crease now for Newcastle City. Up goes McCabe and bowls, and that's driven, a full ball there, but it goes straight on 2 bounces back to the bowler, and there's no run. And McCabe makes his way back to his mark. So 3 wickets in the week for McCabe against Shotley Bridge in the Cup in the losing match. He didn't take any last week in his first league game, but he turns again now. His dark fringe blows up as he runs towards the umpire to bowl. That's full again, and that was a little inside edge there, and the ball flies away up towards the fine leg boundary at the scoreboard end. And it's Richard Biley who fields it up there, and there's a run to the total there, and it's now 60 for 2, and it's Khan who comes down, Shahid Khan, who comes down to this end. So I said 2 left-handers, but my mistake there. We'll easily move on, because Zoyab Khan, the new batsman, is a right-hander. He's the one with the yellow grip on his bat up at the top end, who's batting now, and he's going to face McCabe. So there's still 1 slip and a gully, a deepish point there, deepish cover, mid-off, mid-on, a mid-wicket, square leg and a fine leg. And there's a driven shot this time, just to the leg side, and the ball comes quickly down to William Dyke here, who picks it up, and there is no run at the end of the over there, and umpire Stoneman gives McCabe his hat, and he disappears off for a little rest while all the field changes around. So 60 for 2, Shahid Khan on 18, and the new Khan is not out. And it will be Kant to continue bowling from that top end. And he's got a deep square leg in for the left-hander, a long off, and a deep cover, deep point over by the tennis courts at the moment. So there we go, here he comes now, round the wicket to the left-hander, he bowls, and there's a little chip into the air on the leg side, but it's well short of Callum McCabe, who comes sprinting across there and in towards the wicket from mid-wicket, and there's no run. 60 for 2 still. Here's Kant again, lost the toss again today as captain. He's lost a few this season, but he's battling on here. Round the wicket he comes now to Shahid Khan, and he's just turned that one round the corner. It's going to be a sprint on down to our left for Crichton, the wicket-keeper. Parker's in pursuit, much faster there. He picks up, throws in to Peter, who's behind the stumps at this near end, and there's 3 runs to the total there. And the score goes to 62 to 3. 62 for 3. And poor old Jamie Crichton there, trying to run along with the pads on. The gloves came off, and Parker sprinted round from the deep mid-wicket boundary there. But it's all changed for the right-handed Zoyab Khan now. There's 1 slip and a gully. In comes Kant again over the wicket this time, and there's a big hit. There must be a catch here, and Rainford's got it. Yes, a brilliant catch, diving low in front of him there at mid-off. Tynedale have another wicket. It's Zoyab Khan who's gone. He went to drive that one and fluffed it all together, and it went in the air with not much pace, and Rainford runs in, dives forward and catches it just down by his ankles there. So Newcastle City lose another wicket. It's 63 for 3 in the 21st of a maximum of 50 overs. And there's another wicket for Kant as well. 2 now to the captain of Tynedale, and I don't know if his little daughter across there, Jessica Poppy, was watching that one, but if she was, she's just seen her dad get his 2nd wicket, and as the Tynedale field has split up now, so we've got new batsmen coming in for Newcastle City. We shall confirm who it is in just a moment. But it was Zoyab Khan who was out, and Shahid Khan still up there. He's 21, not out. It'll be up to him to take this innings forward now, I should think, with these 3 relatively quick losses of wickets here for the visitors today. They've taken off in the last couple of games in the league. They're in 6th place before the game started today. Tynedale in 8th on 73, Newcastle City on 78, so not much between the two teams. They're battling it out at about the quarter point in the season, and a win for either side today would be very handy indeed. And there's going to be 2 slips in for the new batsman, Omar Ahmed. 23 last week against Stocksfield, so we've got 2 slips close in, and here we go. Here's Ahmed, who just defends the first one out to the offside. There might have been a little stutter in the commentary there because there's text messages flying all over. I think you might have heard the pips on the microphone there, but I shall answer them when we've finished our first spell of commentary here. But here's Kant again now, bowling to Ahmed, 2 slips forward to a full ball and drives it out, but it's straight along the ground there to McCabe at extra cover, and no run. So 63 for 3, Newcastle City in the 21st. Kant quickly back to his mark, comes in now past umpire Davidson, he bowls. There's Ahmed again, forward, well forward there to a well pitched ball, and drives again. It's straight along the ground to McCabe at extra cover there, and Tynedale have their tails up after that start where Newcastle City got away with that opening partnership of 58. It's 63 for 2, and it's Khan 21 and Ahmed yet to score. So who are we going to have next? It's going to be McCabe again, and he's going to bowl to Shahid Khan, the left-hander, his short sleeves on and his green hard hat. So there's just going to be 1 slip in a gully, a 3rd man and a fine leg, a point, an extra cover, a mid-off, a wide mid-on and a square leg. In goes McCabe now, and wafted that one from Khan outside the off stump. No foot movement at all on the crease. His head looked to be leaning back as well, and he got nowhere near it, and it went through to Crichton. No run there to Newcastle City. It's still 63 for 3 in the 22nd. And William Dagg has the ball now. He just pops a little catch up to McCabe across to our left, so he's going away from us to bowl in to Khan. We're at ground level today, right in front of the clubhouse, as McCabe's up there now and bowls to Khan, who turns this one out towards square leg in the tennis courts, and it's Rainford who picks up off the ground, no run. He throws the ball to it's William Dagg at mid-off. He gives the ball just a little polish, and now he's going to throw the ball back to McCabe as a little dog just walks across in front of us there. He looks as if he's there. What's his name? Finley's his name, as McCabe's in again, and that one's defended by Khan back to the bowler, and there's no run.
Yes,
hello, Finley.
Last week he didn't look old enough to have a son at his age.
And here's Finley come across to see Stacey now. He's with his curly tail. Here he goes now. Here's McCabe again. He's about to bowl into Shahid Khan. Up he goes and bowls, and that's full. A little slow as well, and Khan picked it and jammed the bat down on it, and the ball trickles out there towards mid-wicket in the tennis courts, and there is no run. It's 63 for 3. Khan on strike on 21. Omar Ahmed is there as well. He's in the blue hard hat. He's yet to score. And a duck for Mukhtar before that. But here's McCabe again now to Khan, who plays this one from the crease square on the offside, and it's fielded there at point by Sam Peter, and there's no run. It's still 63 for 3. 1 or 2 more spectators coming in now. The bench is filling up on the right hand side. Let's see, William Dagg's dad over there as well, and it will be Khan on strike again, still with a slip in a gully, a 3rd man, a fine leg, an extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on and a square leg across towards the tennis courts. But away goes McCabe again to bowl to Khan, who plays this one from the crease, hits it into the ground, and the ball bounces high up, way above Parker's head there, but he takes it cleanly, running in from extra cover there, and that's the end of the 22nd. 63 for 2 Newcastle City. It's Khan 21 and Omar Ahmed is not out. Pavel Kumar, the man out so far, and Usman Mukhtar and Zoyab Khan. So from his 182 last week, a little bit of a come down this week, but never mind, he'll be up there bowling later. 4 wickets he got last week, so no doubt we'll see him bowl out there at the moment. The pitch looking a little green out there at the moment. Maybe this wind and sun will dry it out by later on, but we're going to have Tom Cant again from that top end, and he'll be bowling to Ahmed with 1 slip. Here he comes now, and playing a miss going forward there, and that was well pitched from Cant, just back of a good length there, and it got a bit of bounce, bowled it quite at medium pace, that one from Cant, and playing a miss there from Ahmed, no run, and takes it cleanly behind the stumps. Here's Cant again now, loops one up, gives it a bit of air above the batsman's eye line there, but it was full, and Omar Ahmed played it well. He saw it coming and got the bat down just in time and drove it out to McCabe there, extra cover. Here's Cant again now, a little zipper that time, a darter in a flatter ball that time, and it was full again, and it's driven out there to Rainford this time, who picks it up at mid-off and throws the ball back to Cant. So here's Cant again now, getting to his balls quickly here. Bowls outside the off stump this time, a good length, and it's left alone, and Crichton takes it cleanly. It's 63-4-3. Khan still 21 at the non-striker's end, and Ahmed yet to score on strike at our end at the moment. So yeah, in comes Cant again to bowl. He's there and bowls, and Ahmed's forward this time, all defensive that time, and the ball trickles out to leg where Crichton runs forward and picks it up and throws the ball back to Cant. With his light colour hair, just short sleeves on, shirt tucked in, his white boots. In he comes again, right arm over the wicket, bowling to Ahmed, who moves forward a little before he plays the shot there. A nice defensive shot out to McCabe there in the covers to our right, and that's the end of the over, end of the 23rd that time, and it was 63-3, and it's still 63-3. Khan 21, Ahmed 0. The wickets have gone to McCabe, and he's got 1. Rainford caught that one, and Rainford got another catch as well. A nice catch running forward. Newton took a catch in the slip for Cant's second, and the wickets fell at 58, 59 and 63 so far. So this match just about even as we come to the halfway mark. 24th over this one. We're going to have another change of bowling with 5 bowlers already used. Sam Peter didn't have the most fortunate start. Kumar hit 2 sixes off him over point and extra cover, so he was changed early. He's out in the field there now, not looking as if he's lost any heart. He's still out there trying his best in the field, but it's going to be Paul Newton going round the wicket to Shahid Khan. In goes Newton now and bowls, and there's a drive. It was a full ball, and the ball runs out there to tag and picks it up at mid-off on our side here, the offside. So we've still got 1 slip, with a deep cover in place. Here's Newton between umpire and stumps to bowl to Khan, who goes back and punches this one out towards the house end of Spittal Terrace there, across to the right, where it's Parker who picks up and throws into Newton the bowler. No run, still 64, was 1 run there, sorry, 1 run. I took my eye off the batsman there. So we've got the right-handed Ahmed on the strike now. Shahid Khan went to 22 with that shot, 64-3 now in the 24th Newcastle City. On a glorious afternoon here, the sun shining, just a bit of haze out towards Corbridge there, a bit of thicker wispy cloud over above the Abbey to our right. Plenty of tennis players on the tennis courts this afternoon. Here's Newton now, goes in over the wicket to Ahmed, who's all defensive this time and pushes the ball out towards the tennis courts, but it doesn't get that far. Newton steps forward and picks it up. No run, still 64-3. Here's Newton again now, and he goes. Ahmed goes forward and drives a full ball that time off the stumps, and it's Bailey there who gets down at extra cover, and there is no run. Here's Newton again now, bowls in, and that's just played for 1 up towards the tennis courts, where it'll be Mannion who fields from deep cover. And there's one run there, 65 for 3. Here's Newton again now. Up he goes, a flatter ball, that's hit him on the pad, but looked like it was drifting down the leg side from here, and there wasn't, just a slight appeal there, slight half an appeal from Newton, and that's the end of the over. 25 gone now, halfway through the innings. So what time are we coming up to? We'll have an update as we come through to 3 o'clock on our first broadcast here this afternoon, but we'll do a bit of business with one of our sponsors this afternoon. Here we go, it's the Tynedale Beer Festival. And we like the name Tynedale here on Speaker Online Radio. Think rugby and think cricket. But why not add in the Tynedale Beer Festival, which takes place from the 14th to the 16th of June 2018. Down at Tynedale Rugby Club. With over 150 beers and ciders to sample, plus gin, Pimm's and Prosecco, plenty of live music, fantastic street foods, and don't forget some Sevens rugby, all for good causes and all to make your visit special. Make it a day at a tasty treat in the Tyne Valley from the 14th to the 16th of June, and tickets are available now. Visit the website tynedalebeerfestival.org or find on social media. Book now for those dates, 14th, 15th or 16th of June 2018. And back with the cricket here on Speaker Internet Radio. It's Kant coming in to bowl to Armand this time, who just goes forward and plays that one gently out to Biley there, across towards the tennis courts at mid-wicket, who picks up and throws the ball back to Kant. Umpire Davidson just holds his arm out while Omar Ahmed just sorts himself out here. We've got one slip, a short third man, a point, a deep cover and extra, a mid-off, a mid-on and a mid-wicket and a deep square leg, and that one's played up towards McCabe at extra cover, and he picks it up and throws the ball straight back to Kant, and it's still 65 for 3. Khan 22 not out, off strike at the moment. Ahmed's got one. Here's Kant again, bowls full outside the off stump, and Crichton misses that one, and it's running away down to our left to the fine leg boundary for 4 byes. Yes, umpire Davidson just signals there. A slow arm waves out in front of him. And 4 more to the total. And Crichton, just a bit of punishment for himself there, but he's done alright so far. At 69 for 3 now, with that 4 byes. And here's Kant to bowl again. Still one slip in place. Paul Newton there, leaning over with his legs apart, as in goes Kant and bowls full, and that's driven straight back at him there, and Kant does the fielding, and that's the end of the 25th. 69 for 3 Newcastle City. They won the toss. Khan not out 22, Ahmed not out 1. And plenty of chat out there in the field, plenty of clapping, plenty of encouragement. There's 4 or 5 spectators over there by the scoreboard. And here's Paul Newton again now. So the 2 slow bowlers operating here. He's going to go round the wicket to Shahid Khan. 1 slip in place. Bowls. And that one's drifting down the leg. And he tried to play that one away, but it came off his pad out there. But David Newton fields it short fine leg. No run. Still 69 for 3. And here's Newton again. Between umpire and stumps to bowl round the wicket to Khan, who comes forward and drives a full ball that time, straight out towards us here, where Dag fields just inside the 30-yard circle at deep mid-off there, and there is no run. Here's Newton again now, up he goes. Here's Khan, another one. Not quite as hard a shot this time to that full ball, just pushed it back, and it didn't even get back down to the end of the pitch where Newton picks it up. No run, still 69 for 3. 1 slip in place. Here's Newton, up he goes. Khan comes forward and drives square this time from a full ball, and it's going to be Dan Parker who runs round to his right, picks up in front of the house end at Spittle Terrace there, and throws in to the bowler's end, and 1 run there added to the total. It's 70 for 3 now. Khan's gone to 23. It's Ahmed on strike now, the right-hander, so For him we're going to have one slip, a deep backward point, a deep cover, an extra cover, a deep mid-on, a deep mid-off, a mid-wicket, a deep square leg and a short fine leg. So in goes Newton again, over the wicket this time to the right-hander, full, taken on the full, clipped up towards us here, Dag after it from mid-on. He fields now and throws in, and there's 1 run added to the total there. So it's 71 for 3, Omar Ahmed's gone to 2, and that brings Khan on to strike. Just lost the sun for a little while here. I can see the shadow of the flag on the clubhouse fluttering about. As round the wicket goes Newton again, and that's turned right the corner up towards the scoreboard, but it doesn't get that far. Newton picks it up, gives it a little polish. That's the end of the 26th. 71 for 3, Newcastle City. Maximum of 50 overs, remember. They won the toss and elected to bat. Sadiq Padmalaya, the captain, didn't look, when I was watching them, didn't look as if he had much hesitation in electing to bat, but Khan's there, 23 not out, Omar Ahmed 2, and we've got an update coming up. And welcome to Cricket West Tyne on Spreaker Internet Radio. If you're joining us for the 3 o'clock broadcast on the hour, you join us for the score at 71 for 3. Shahid Khan and Omar Ahmed are at the crease for Newcastle City, 23 and 2 not out respectively. It was Kumar and Shahid Khan, who got the innings off to a flyer really, 58 for the first wicket, and then it was Callum McCabe who struck, had Kumar caught out when the score was at 58. That was in the 16th over, and then a couple of wickets straight after that, 59 for 2. Was Newton, bowled Kant, and that was Usman Mukhtar. A good catch, it slipped there from Paul Newton. And then for the third wicket at 63, that was in the 21st over, Kant got his second wicket. An excellent catch this time by Rainford, running in from, I think it was mid-off or mid-on, I just haven't marked it down there, but it was a good diving catch forward, took it by his ankles. As Kant bowls again now, and that's Ahmed who just pushes this one defensively out to McCabe there in the covers, no run, still 71 for 3. And so the wickets 1 to McCabe, 2 to Kant. Hiya Dominic, are you okay?
Aye, not bad.
He's with Finley again. He takes some walk on that dog, but here's Kant again, who bowls outside the off stump, and that's left alone by Ahmed this time, and there is no run. So it's Kant bowling, Tom Kant, the captain of Tynedale. In he comes again now with one slip in place, bowling to Ahmed, who has that little shuffle forward again before he defensively pushes it back out to the covers where McCabe fields. No run, end of the over, 71 for 3, Khan 23 and Ahmed 2 not out. And Zoyab Khan, the 182 last week, he was the third wicket to fall. I think I didn't mention that when the score was at 63 there. So a big wicket there for Tynedale. And Kant just finished his over. It's going to be Paul Newton to bowl again. None for 50, 3 for 77, 1 for 44, and none for 49 so far this season. And there's a nice lean back and cut away. An excellent shot. The ball races up there towards the far corner, the top corner to our right, and it's Sam Peter in pursuit, but the ball beats him, the pace of it. So 4 runs, that's the first 4 we've had for a little while, and Khan moves to 27, and 75 now for 3 Newcastle City. So just sat up a little bit, that one, from Newton. But here he is again now, ready to bowl in to Khan, who sets himself. The slip's out of place now, in goes Newton. That's a better line and full, and it's just pushed back to him by Khan, the batsman. So we've got no slip now. Kant's dropped back there to short third man. We've got a point, a deep cover, and extra. And Newton's in again now, and it's full again, and that's turned up towards the scoreboard where Newton fields from fine leg. Short fine leg there, no run. We've got a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, that's Richard Biley, and a deep square leg and a short fine leg, David Newton. As he's put that balls in again, full again, this time on the leg, middle and leg that time, and it's turned out there to Biley, who fields the ball before it reaches over towards the tennis courts. Inside the circle, no run. Here's Newton again, and he goes and bowls, and that's another full ball. And again, Corn just comes forward and watches it carefully and pushes it back along the ground to Newton the bowler. No run again. Here's Paul Newton, just turns at the end of his run now, and he goes between umpire and stumps, and that one's on leg stump again, and it's turned out to square leg this time, and splits the fielders there from short fine and mid wicket, and it's Bailey who runs round and fields. So one run at the end of the over there from Corn. He's gone to 28, and at the end of the over it's 76 for 3 Newcastle City, and Ahmed is the other batsman, and he's 2 not out so far. And it's going to be the captain Cant again. None for 66, 2 for 19, 1 for 51, 4 for 43 and 1 for 73 with his analysis so far in league cricket this season. Now he's going to come around the wicket to Corn. There's a slip in place for Corn. There's a short third man and a deep point as he's in now around the wicket and rolls down towards the stump, and that's turned round, and that ball split the fielders there again from short fine leg and mid wicket. So 1 to the total there. Corn goes to 29. The score goes to 78 for 3. And here's Cant again now. Up he comes and bowls, and that's chipped away, and that wasn't timed. It was in the air, that flick off his legs there from Ahmed, but it didn't quite reach Bailey there. Quite close in at mid wicket, well inside the 30-yard circle. So the oohs and ahs, the little oohs and ahs there you might have heard, was because that ball went in the air. But no run as Cant's in again now, and that one's fuller, and Ahmed's forward, pushing out to the leg side this time, across to the left, and Cant comes forward and across and fields that one, and quickly makes it back to his mark. So 77 for 3 the scoreboard reads at the moment. As in comes Cant again, that's down the leg side, and Crichton struggled to get that one again. The ball's racing out to our left, it's heading for the boundary. Will it get there? It just does. And umpire Davidson signals byes again, and the slow arm horizontal across his chest, backwards and forwards there, signals the runs to the scorers. So 4 more to the total there, 81 for 3. Ahmed on strike, 2 not out. He's been there quite a while now for this 2. In comes Cant again now, slows that one up, and it was left alone, and it turned back in. A little bit of movement there, back in, and if that hit something, Crichton was maybe sure it was going to hit his pad, and it didn't, but Newton fielded from slip to his left. Now umpire Davison holds the play up. Mid-off is dropping back up towards that far boundary at the far end. So there's 3 out for Tynedale. Cant keeping the pressure on here as Ahmed just pushes the next one. A well pitched ball out to McCabe in the covers, and that's the end of the over. So 29 gone. Corn 29 not out. 81 for 3 Newcastle City. Ahmed 2 not out. The last man out was Zoib Corn for naught, and that was when the score was at 63. So these 2 for Newcastle City just playing through this period of a little bit of cricket pressure here. And there's a faster one from Newton, and he looked to cut that one, but it was not wide enough, and didn't bounce enough really, and a cross-batted shot, and the ball just trickles out there to Rainford in the covers from Corn, but no run. Here's Newton again now, up he goes, bowls, and that one's full, and it's driven but not timed, and again Newton just fields the ball on the bounce there to his left. Paul Newton, that is, the bowler, and he goes again. He's going to bowl to Corn, full again, and that's come off an edge, trying to drive, and Cant's going to get it there at short third man. So the Corn's gone to 30 with that one. It's 82 for 3, and that wasn't the most convincing shot there from the former Benwell professional. and he just takes his harder hat off now, just maybe a bit of sweat under there at the moment. But here he goes. Here's Newton again, over the wicket this time, past Stoneman and Bowles, and that's turned to leg this time by Armand, where Rainford fields at mid-wicket. No run, 82 for 3 in the 30th. Armand on strike, 2 not out. The wickets, by the way, have fallen at 58, 59 and 63. He gives that one some air and a little bit of rip, but it's full again, and it's driven by Armand this time, where it's picked up by Callum McCabe, who seems to be all over the place at the moment because he's at deep mid-off for the right-hander. Yeah, now in goes Newton again now, and Bowles shorter this time, and Armand just rocks back and clips this one off his pads, and there's a double play there because it was Rainford who threw in and hit the stumps, and it's gathered by Kant backing up, and it was Kant who was batting up in the first place there, and the ball hit the stumps and diverted away from him, but they didn't take the second run, so that's the end of the over. 30 gone now. It's 82 for 3. Khan is 30 not out. Shahid Khan and Omar Ahmed 2 not out. So where are we going next? What's the time? Time check. We're just coming up to 3:10. Not long till the next drinks break now, after 34 overs. And we'll see. Here's Kant who bowls, and that's just gone off the edge. Played, guided off the edge, bounced that one to Newton there, who's at deepish backward point, right on the edge of the circle. And there's no run. Still 82 for 3. Kant coming in round the wicket again towards us here. Bowls to Khan, who lets this one outside the off stump. And Crichton takes it cleanly and throws the ball back to Kant. So we'll go to the end of Kant's over, and that'll finish our first broadcast here on the radio this afternoon. As Kant comes in again now, mid-off and mid-on are right back on the boundary now, so we have a long off and a long on. Is that one full ball from Kant this time, just pushed back to the bowler there by Khan. So Rainford's come back in the circle, so we've got a long off now. As Kant in again round the wicket and bowls full again, and that one slipped off the face out towards the tennis court side, where Mannion picks up and throws in left-armed to Kant the bowler. And there was one run there. Total goes to 83 for 3. Khan has gone to 31, brings Ahmed on to strike, the right-hander. Newton comes in to short third man this time. One slip in place, a point, a deep cover, an extra, a mid-off, a mid-on, a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. And there's a little flick, leant forward and just flicks it out towards the tennis courts there, where Mannion collects now, throws in, and one more run to the total there. The score goes to 84 for 3, and it's Ahmed who's gone to 3 with that shot. And it will be Kant again now. In he comes, and bowls to Khan, and who just pushes it back to him. And that's the end of the over, is it? Yes, the end of the 31st. Newcastle City 84 for 3, off 31, maximum of 50. Khan not out 31, and Ahmed not out 3. The men out so far were Kumar, Mukhtar and Zoeb Khan. The wickets have gone to McCabe 1 and Kant 2, and they fell at 58, 59 and 63 after Khan and Kumar put on 58 for the first wicket. Our next broadcast here on Spook Internet Radio will be at 4 o'clock, and I shall join you then. And I think there's just been a 6 hit there, 4 runs. So as I leave you until 4 o'clock, the score is just clicked over to 89 for 3 Newcastle City. So I'll speak to you again at 4 o'clock.